Hello YouTube. Thought we'd do a behind the scenes / setup of the part 3 that's coming up, live stream video on how I'm trying to kill this BaoFeng that doesn't have an antenna or dummy load. So a couple things I'm going to add in this particular live stream I think is going to be kind of cool, at least I'm hoping to, is we're going to add a thermal image camera live. There's a webcam that's pointed to the display of the thermal image camera. You can kind of see that, and that's going to be pointed at the BaoFeng. You'll be able to see how hot that's getting. So we're going to add that. I built a custom stand here to hold this, and then what I'll do is I'll put a black fabric over this to keep the light from coming in from the sides. So I'll make a custom hood out of some black fabric or something like that. So yeah, I've kind of pieced this together. Yeah, I took a cell phone holder, took a Dremel tool, cut it out, then used some epoxy putty and molded it so that it fits the handle real good. This is not obviously glued on there permanently, but I used epoxy putty for like a molding so I could have it curve around the handle nicely. So that's how we did that. And like I said, this is all different pieces of different parts laying around that I had. Hey, whatever works. So I did also too, this thermal camera does not have a cord where you can plug it into, into a wall outlet. So I put in really good batteries in here for a couple reasons. One, obviously I want this thermal camera to last as long as I do this live stream. And I don't know if I'm going to do this live stream 24 hours or not, like I did my part 1. Obviously part 2 I couldn't because the battery in the BaoFeng went dead. But part 1 I did 23-hour live stream, and YouTube is still processing that video. And they don't know how long it's going to take, pretty much what it amounts to. So I don't know if I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream of this. But at any rate, if I decide to, I'm hoping the batteries will last throughout the time I do it in the thermal cam. So I bought they're kind of pricey, $15 in batteries. And I don't know, maybe y'all are aware of this or not, but if you buy the good lithium batteries, they can handle real cold weather. And this one can handle minus 40 to 140 degrees. As you know, where I'm doing this live stream from, it gets very cold here. So I need good batteries to hold up during the cold temperatures. So I got those in there already. So that's one thing we're gonna add here. Part 3 is also gonna be using a battery eliminator, obviously. So I will have it so that there's no battery in the BaoFeng to go dead. Part 2 I did the battery because some people wanted me to try the battery. So in part 2 I did the battery. There's a receive radio, and I don't know if I'll be using the live audio feed like I did on the part 2. The reason being is I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do here is I'm thinking due to the cold temperatures where I live, it's not letting to build up heat, and that's probably might be a reason why I'm not killing this BaoFeng. So we're going to do 1 kilohertz tone at 8 minutes transmission time into the BaoFeng with a 1 minute off. So that's what my plan is. I'm hoping to build up heat. So I don't know if I'm going to have a live audio feed like I did before, because that's going to be kind of irritating hearing a 1 kilohertz tone. Or yeah, I know you can mute it, and whatnot, but I don't know if I will or not. I do know I probably, well, no, I better not say it that way, because as soon as I say that, I may or may not have the on-screen oscilloscope during this live feed. The problem is I only have so much room to do separate windows. And if I add the thermal image camera window, a window has to go. And if that's the case, then the window that's going to have to go is going to have to be the on-screen oscilloscope window. So I don't know if I can find room for it to put it back on there or not. But at any rate, to show you how I did this so that you know, even in part 2, is I took, obviously this is the receive radio. When this radio is transmitting, you will see a green light come on like you see in my live streams. That lets you know this thing is actually transmitting, along with the watt meter that you see a close-up of, obviously. But I took the speaker out cord and I fed it into a USB dongle, sound card dongle, and that's how I was tapping off the audio to play for you guys' live stream and how it displayed on the oscilloscope. I tapped the audio off the receive radio. So you heard in real time over the air how this radio was transmitting, this BaoFeng, how it was transmitting over the air, because obviously this is a receive radio, so it receives signals over the air. So that's how I did that. If you're wondering, in part 2, that's how we did that. So, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do this 24 hours or not. We'll kind of wing it and see how it goes. But that's the plan so far for part 3 of my live stream. If you have any comments or questions or any suggestions even, please post them down below. And please subscribe. Thank you and have a good day.